Hello, my friends. Welcome back to TingTink channel. Today, I want to take you on a journey you've probably imagined many times, starting from zero, and one day being able to speak English fluently, with confidence, in front of anyone. Many learners ask me, should I study grammar first or vocabulary first? Is it better to watch movies to practice listening or read books to build vocabulary? Or should I just speak as much as possible? These questions sound familiar, right? But here's the truth. If you try to do everything at once, you'll soon feel overwhelmed and discouraged. That's why today, I'll show you a clear path, step by step. Learning English is like climbing a mountain. You can't jump from the bottom straight to the peak. You must stop at each station, go through each stage, stay focused, because I'll explain it to you as simply as possible. Let's begin. Stage 1, the foundation. Your first steps. Imagine you're learning how to ride a bicycle. Before you can speed down the road, you need to learn how to balance. Without balance, you'll fall immediately. It's the same with English. You don't need to write essays or debate philosophy at the beginning. What you need are survival phrases, the everyday expressions that help you get by. For example, at a store, "Excuse me, do you have bread?" On the bus, "Where is this bus going?" Ordering food, "I'd like a sandwich, please." Believe me, just a few hundred common words are enough to handle most daily situations. And once you realize you can manage, that feeling will give you a huge burst of motivation. The secret here isn't speed, it's smart repetition. Listen, repeat, apply. Say it out loud so your ears and mouth get used to it. Mistakes don't matter. What matters is that you speak. Stage 2, the structure. Expanding your space. Once you're comfortable with basic words, you'll notice a limitation. You can only talk about the present. But life isn't just now. You need to talk about yesterday, about tomorrow, about what's happening right now. For example, "I studied last night. I will visit my friend tomorrow." But how do you move faster? Earn input. Fuel your brain with podcasts, short stories, simple news, output. Use it. Write a few sentences about your day, text a friend, or talk to yourself in the mirror. If you only listen, you'll understand but struggle to speak. If you only speak, you'll circle around the same few words forever. The key is balance. Here's a practical tip. After listening to a short podcast, record yourself giving a quick summary in English, then listen back. You'll hear exactly where you need to improve. That way, you train both listening and speaking at the same time. Stage 3, fluency. Making English part of you. By now, you can communicate comfortably, but you want more. You want to sound natural and smooth. This is the stage to focus on rhythm and intonation. English is not just words, it's music. Beginners often speak word by word. "Do you want to eat?" But a native speaker blends it. "Do you want to eat?" That's the difference between knowing words and sounding natural. At this stage, your vocabulary will grow rapidly, not from memorizing lists, but from real life, novels, interviews, conversations. And when words are connected to emotions and experiences, they stick much longer. Grammar stops being a problem too. You won't stop to think, should I use present perfect or past simple? The right form just comes out. Like walking without thinking about how to move your legs. A moment to reflect. My dear friend, before we end today, I want to sit with you for a moment, like two hikers resting on the mountain peak after a long climb. We look back at the path we've taken, the rocky trails, the steep slopes, the moments when it felt impossible. And yet, here we are. We made it this far. And most importantly, you are not alone. Learning English is exactly like a long hike. The sun won't always shine. There will be rain, strong winds, and days you feel like giving up. But every small step, no matter how slow, takes you closer to the top. Remember where you started. Think back to the very beginning. Starting English feels like standing at the base of a tall mountain, looking up at the peak hidden in clouds. You hear others speaking fluently, and you think, I'll never get there. But don't forget, every fluent speaker you admire once stood exactly where you stand now. They too struggled with the simplest words: hello, thank you, water. The foundation of English isn't complicated grammar rules. It's those little phrases that help you survive. Just like a child learning to walk, they fall dozens of times before they take their first real steps, and nobody laughs at them, because falling is part of the journey. The hardest stage. After some time, you start to speak more. You can ask for directions, order food, introduce yourself. That's when you begin to feel progress. Your house has walls. Your mountain path opens to new views. But this stage is also where many people give up. Why? Because you understand more, but you also realize how much you don't know. You can speak, but not smoothly. You can listen, but not understand everything. The gap between you and fluency feels huge. If that's you, listen carefully. This is normal. It doesn't mean you're bad at English. It means you're growing. The bigger the world looks, the further you've already traveled. Don't compare. One of the biggest mistakes learners make is comparing themselves to others. You see a classmate speaking faster than you. Someone else is reading a thick English novel, while you're still with short stories. And you think, I'm too slow. Maybe English isn't for me. But ask yourself, when climbing a mountain, does everyone walk at the same speed? Some go fast, some go slow. But the important thing is, they all keep moving. Fast doesn't always mean strong. Slow doesn't always mean weak. As long as you don't quit, you'll reach the peak too. That day will come. Imagine the day you reach your own summit. You stand at the top, the wind blowing around you, looking back at the winding road behind. You remember the first time you couldn't say a full sentence. You remember the first question you dared to ask in English. You remember the time someone asked you something and you froze, not knowing how to respond. All of those moments, both victories and struggles, are the bricks that built your journey. And then you'll smile, softly say to yourself, English has become a part of me.